Yo, what is good YouTube? It is your boy Make America Lit, back with another NBA 2K24 video. And in today's video, we are going to be discussing the badge requirements, recent, 2K news that just recently leaked about the actual attribute requirements for each badge in NBA 2K24. Um, Now, as you're going to be seeing on your screen, it's just like a little document that I typed up myself. I went ahead and looked up what the attribute requirements were for each badge in NBA 2K23, which you see outlined in red. And then I looked up the badge requirements for the attributes in NBA 2K24. Now, I didn't use any of the new badges. Some of the badges I mismatched for the new version. So, for example, I compared Quick First Step in 2K23, but in 2K24, since they took out Quick First Step and replaced it with Speed Booster, I compared Quick First Step to Speed Booster. Now, if the new badge didn't have an equivalent to the old badge, then I didn't even include it. I just included like the actual base badges that are returning from 23, and then of course their equivalents. So instead of Bully, we did Bulldozer. Instead of Quick First Step, we did Speed Booster and things of that nature. Badges that actually have like a newer version or a new name or whatever. Then we did those. But other than that, I didn't touch any of the brand new ones that weren't in 23. So the first thing that I want to explain, right, or take a look at here is if you scroll down or just look down right here at Comeback Kid for mid range, you'll notice that it has a 0 for the bronze, and that's because this was like a free badge. Now, in 2K23, there were a couple of badges, usually not really useful badges, but some of them could be useful, like, slippery off ball or, off ball pass, stuff of that nature. But you'll see, throughout these sheets, one or two badges that have a 0, which means that it was basically a free badge. It didn't have any type of requirement. That's the first major thing that I noticed. There are no free badges in NBA 2K24. When you look through this entire listing, even when you go online and you look at the attribute requirements for all the badges in the game, there are no free badges. Every badge has like a minimum requirement if you want to unlock it on at least bronze. And obviously, to briefly explain why there are no free badges is because there are no badge points in NBA 2K24, as some of you already know. So there is no reason to give you like, a free badge or give you a badge that doesn't really require you to put anything into your attributes. You could just have that badge on bronze as like a quote unquote free badge. But with there being no badge points, meaning that you can get every single badge in the game, there really is no reason to give out free badges, because then now you're just giving out badges, free. All the badges are free anyway. You could get every single badge as long as you tailor your build properly to reach that, threshold. But that right there is the reason why there are no quote unquote free badges in NBA 2K24, just so you guys know. To jump in, I just want to say that the jump that I've seen in a lot of these badges are kind of outrageous. The first one I want to talk about is, and I'm trying to just go through this listing really briefly just so that I could jump around. But the first badge that I want to talk about is, okay, I found it. It's Bronze Limitless Range. Look at the jump in Bronze Limitless Range. In NBA 2K23, all you needed was a 74 3 ball to get Bronze Limitless Range, and an 85 3 ball would get you Silver Limitless Range, which most people were rocking. And then, for your specialized shooters, you've seen, Gold or Hall of Fame. Me personally, I used to rock Hall of Fame. I do have a 99-3 build that I made in 2K23 current gen, which I'll probably be doing like, another series on, the 99-3, the 99 block, the 99 dunk, just to see how, impactful it can be in NBA 2K24. But not to get, tangled up on that. I just think the jump, from a 74-3 in NBA 2K23 to now needing an 85-3 for a bronze badge, I think that is probably one of the highest bronze badges on the list in NBA 2K24, besides, I think, Bailout. I think Bailout requires like an 87 or an 88 pass accuracy for just bronze, which is just insane, when you look at a lot of these badges. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So moving on, a 92 for silver, limitless range, gold requiring a 96 three ball, and then finally Hall of Fame, just like NBA 2K23, requiring a 99 to get Hall of Fame limitless range. I think that was the rating for NBA 2K22, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So yeah, but to me that's just insane. An 85 three ball needed for just bronze. That jump is crazy. Another jump that I want to talk about that I've noticed in the game, and that is the jump in Midi Magician, specifically Hall of Fame Midi Magician. Like, in previous 2Ks, 2K23, all you needed was an 81 mid-range. And mid-range wasn't super expensive. It was expensive, but most builds could get that 81 if you really wanted that Hall of Fame Midi Magician. You like doing step backs and spin shots and, hop step jumpers and stuff like that, step backs or whatever. Then, this badge was very important for you to, really cook up, especially for the shot creators that like to get busy, in park, on the twos, the ones. It made sense to have this badge on Hall of Fame or as high as you can get it. But just looking at this, you're going to need a 95 mid-range for a Hall of Fame Midi Magician. Now, I can respect that, because it's, a Hall of Fame badge, but there's not going to be many people rocking a 95 attribute for a mid-range. You're just not going to see many builds like that. Outside of maybe post scorers, you're not going to see anybody rocking like a 90 plus or even an 85 plus mid-range when you can get by with a 70, a 75, a slap on a bronze or silver Midi Magician. But to me, this is just kind of insane that, the jump from 81 Hall of Fame Midi Magician to 95, that was just another one that was crazy to me. Bronze Bailout also on the list of crazy jumps. It was a 65 pass accuracy that you needed in NBA 2K23 to get bronze Bailout. In NBA 2K24, you're going to need a 87 pass accuracy in order to get bronze Bailout. So to put it in, context, a 85 would have gotten you gold Bailout in NBA 2K23. And 85 won't even get you bronze Bailout in NBA 2K24. So, it's good. The builds and how you're going to have to play around and mess around with, the builder to make your build and finesse exactly what you want to do. I really hope that a lot of you guys spend, an hour or two or even 3, or just take that first day to just play now and learn the game, the jumpers, the animations and stuff, and really, do the research that you want for your build. That's why I'm putting out this information so you guys can, make the best build that you possibly can. So you don't end up wasting money or VC or even time grinding out a build that you don't even, are going to even be able to use. Now, the next thing that I wanted to talk about that I thought was a really outrageous jump as well, too, is the change in quick first step. I'm looking for it now here. The quick first step, aka speed booster. If you look at what you're gonna need, the jump and ball handling, a 70 ball handle got you bronze quick first step, which for a big man or a power forward was very nice. Very, very nice, very useful. You're now looking at a 76 ball handle for just bronze. For a silver, a 77 for quick first step, you're looking at 81. And then for gold, you used to need an 85. You're now looking at a 92. And that was like one of the, trends that I noticed for a lot of these gold badges, where before you needed maybe mid to high 80s for some of these gold badges, like Gold Dimer and Unpluckable, badges like that, you are now needing a 91, a 92, a 93. So, again, like I said, that's just one of those things that a trend that I've really noticed while going through all of these attributes for the badges and stuff in NBA 2K24. And then the last thing I noticed also was the cost of unpluckable. If you're looking at this, you see that the jump, again, just like with quick first step for ball handle, a 65 ball handle would have gotten you bronze. A 75 would have got you silver, and 84 would have got you gold, in NBA 2K23, with 95 needed for Hall of Fame unpluckable, which, everybody was coveting that when, the game first dropped because of how crazy steals were. We're looking at a 70 for bronze. We're looking at an 80 for silver. And then now, like I said, the trend that I'm noticing, the high 90s, you're looking at a 92 needed for just gold unpluckable, And when you look at the posts that you need, you're going to need post control. You're going to need a 92 post control for gold unpluckable there too. So for, the post scores, they're not going to matter because they're going to run high post anyway. But for these PGs, the two guards, the secondary ball handler, you're now looking at a minimum of a 92 because we all know that gold unpluckable is usually like around the threshold. It used to be silver, but, with how 22 and 23 was with the steals, it's kind of moved up to like a minimum of gold. And even that was kind of unuseful when, the 2K23 first dropped because the steals were just so OP. Even Hall of Fame unpluckable, people were still getting ripped. So, the cost of unpluckable plus the steal spam. Is there going to be steal spam? How bad the steals are going to be? Those were kind of the main badges that jumped out to me based on the change that I've seen in the attributes and the difference needed in the levels for bronze, silver, gold, and Hall of Fame. So again, bronze limitless. Jumping from a 74 to an 85. Hall of Fame Midi Magician jumping from an 81 mid-range to 95 mid-range. Bronze Bailout being like I think it was like a 70 for Bronze Bailout, and then now it jumping to an 87. It's crazy. The change in quick first step, as we just seen there, needing 95 for Hall of Fame quick first step instead of an 89. Like, that's going to be pretty crazy too. And then, of course, the cost of unpluckable, needing a 99 ball handle or 98, ball handle or a 99 post control is just kind of insane, especially if we don't know how the steals are going to be. And then the last thing that I, want to point out as well too is I looked through all of the attributes. Blinders was the least touched badge out of the major badges. It was the least touched badge out of the major badges. And that's only when you use the 3-point rating. If you look at the 3-point rating, there was no change in bronze blinders, 73 in 2K23. It's still 73 and 2K24. For the silver level, though, you needed an 80 in 2K23. They lowered that down to 79 and 24, but they raised the price of gold. Gold blinders cost a 89 3-ball. In 2K24, you're going to need a 90, so they dropped it for silver, and then they added for gold. And then, of course, for Hall of Fame blinders, it's going to still be the same as 23, which is a 97 3-ball for Hall of Fame blinders. So blinders is the least touched badge in the game as far as like the major badges. It showed the least amount of jump as far as attributes needed or attributes more required for a higher level or whatever. And then I guess the most touched badge, jumping by attribute points, just for the bronze level would probably be one of the lower badges, one of the badges like Comeback Kid or, off-ball pass, one of the badges that were free. And of course, you see here Comeback Kid requiring a 53 for bronze now. So I guess technically speaking, those are, the badges that would have the biggest jump. Those free badges that you didn't need any type of requirement for, now coming with a requirement. And then the last thing that I wanted to leave you guys with, And I try not, like I said, I try not to do, too much doom posting and saying the game is going to be trash or this is going to be trash, this is going to be OP, this needs to be nerfed, all of that stuff. I try not to get tied up in that, but just based again on the badge requirements and the attributes and all of that stuff that I've seen and I've been looking at, because I've been looking through these for like the past like maybe 3-4 hours, just putting in together in my head like what thresholds I need to be reaching for each build, because I plan to just make like maybe 2 or 3 builds this year. And I plan to stick by that. I know we all said we're only going to make 1 or 2 builds, and then by the end of the year, you have 9 builds. But I really only want to make 3 builds this year. So I've been doing a lot of research, right? And the prediction, right, that I'm going to go with is of badge rarity. I don't think we're going to see a lot of Hall of Fame badges this year. I think people are going to really, really, shock a lot of people when most people are going to go out there and you're going to see a lot of people rocking bronze and silver badges. You're not going to see a whole bunch of these dudes rocking gold, Hall of Fame. Even in 23, I would say Hall of Fame, just wasn't as rare as it was in or as common, I should say, as it was in 2K22 or even 2K21 and 2K20 and those, previous 2Ks where, everybody's just like, Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame. We're now getting into that area or that era where people are finessing their builds and getting away with bronze and silver, especially if there's very little, difference in between a bronze and silver level or a silver and gold level. You could get away with silver instead of gold, save those points. People have been doing that for the past couple of games. I just think that the meta that we're probably going to see going forward in 2K24 is that it's not going to be a lot of Hall of Fame badges out there. You're going to have, your specialists, your 3-and-D guys that are going to be running Hall of Fame defense, Hall of Fame shooting, sure. You might have, your ISO guy running Hall of Fame unpluckable, Hall of Fame, whatever dribble badges. But outside of those, I don't think you're going to see a lot of, Hall of Fame badges and stuff all around on the court. I think a lot of people are going to, try to make do with what they can and kind of have a really balanced build, similar to what we've seen in 2K23. So, yeah, man, it's been your boy Make America Lit. Please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA 2K24 news. And be sure to drop a comment and let me know what you think about the attribute requirements for the badges in the new NBA 2K24. It's been your boy Make America Lit. I'm out. Peace.